All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Glad to have you. Glad to see you coming on in. Come right on in. I'm excited to have you. Let me say hello to LaShawanda. Thank you so much for being here. I know that the streaming platform of Facebook is sending out notifications, and I just hit the @everyone symbol. And so it is letting you all know that we are here and we are getting started for our new weekly training. So you are in the right place if you are here hanging out with us in the marketing tips with Sharvette group. You're in the right place. We're glad to have you. If you are brand new and you're saying, hey, this is my first weekly training, just type new. We want to show you some love. We're glad to have you here. I am Sharvette Mitchell, the CEO of Mitchell Productions, also the creator of this amazing community, really is what it is. And we work with women entrepreneurs. Sometimes a few lucky men get sprinkled in to help them generate more revenue by focusing on their marketing, their visibility, and their branding. And I do that with one-on-one consulting with my 12-month program called The Platform Builder with the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Some of you might be here because of that, and book collaborations and events. And today we're going to be talking about 4 key social media tips that we're going to be sharing. So we've been talking about your ideal client and your goals around your marketing. Now we're going to kind of get into some tactical things. And I posted in the group kind of what our schedule looks like for the month of April, so you all know what's going on and all the good things. So let me greet a few people. Hello, Clarissa. We're glad to have you. Hey, Gwen. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all those that are here. And so I want to honor your time and jump right on in. There is a complimentary resource for you. So you want to make sure that you grab the marketing planner, grab that. And that's something that we'll actually be using. We started using last month. We're using it this month, and we'll keep going until we are done. It's 38 pages, and it will help you put together your marketing plan. So check out, make sure you download mymarketingplan.biz, and that's what we're going to be referencing and using for our weekly sessions and weekly trainings and all that good jazz. All right. And again, welcome. Hey there. I'm glad to see you all coming in. I'm looking over this way. Dr. Ranella, your name came up in a conversation this past weekend. So hey there, glad to have you stopping on in. So let's jump right on in. Let's get it moving as we talk about 4 key social media tips. Now, certainly there's so much we could talk about with social media, right? There's a ton, but I just want to highlight 4 things, which are also referenced in the marketing planner that you have access to, complimentary download. So the first place I got to start is you need some type of plan. You need to create a plan for yourself. And this ties back to our conversation around what your goals are and what you're promoting. You need to have a plan. Now, it doesn't have to be extensive. It doesn't have to be, it could be simple. It could be, I'm going to post one time on Instagram and one time here. And then you're clear about what it is that you're posting. So with your social media, you need to create a plan. One of the things I recommend that you do, which is also in the marketing planner, is to first kind of write down, like if you're on Facebook, how many people are following you? How many people are following your page? If you're on Instagram, how many followers do you have there? If you're on TikTok, kind of write where you're starting so that you can check yourself in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days and at least see if your reach is growing. And I bet that it is. I bet that it is. But when we think about in this space, hey, Miss Taylor, thank you for being here. When we think about this space of, some of the key things to do on social media, make sure you create a plan. Now, here's really the power pro tip embedded in that. Your social media plan should align with or equal your promotional calendar. So what is it that you are promoting? Some of you have services that may have some seasonal reach. Some of you have promotions as far as sales and things throughout the year, or you're just promoting certain services throughout the year. Your social media should reflect what it is that you're focused on at that moment. It should not be like all over the place. All right. So that is really the pro tip embedded in when you're thinking about, let me put together a simple plan. It's going to start with, what am I promoting? What am I driving people to? And let me make sure that my social media matches and aligns with that. All right. If you're in the group and you have a business friend or business bestie, go ahead and tag them and say, hey, you need to jump in and check this out and listen into this. So as we go to the second social media tip that I want you to think about is all around your content and creating high quality content. Now, notice I did not say high quantity content. Somebody should be happy right there, right? At this point, it is really not about the quantity that you produce. It is more around, is your ideal client, are the people that are following you, are potential customers or current customers connecting with what you are posting, what you are putting out there. And so your objective is to pay attention to that. Marketing is all about testing, right? Marketing is all about testing. So you want to be producing and creating what we call high quality content. And so how do we know what are the clues and what are the cues around our content, and how do we know if it's high quality? Well, the social media platforms are looking for engagement. And what does that mean? That means likes, comments, and shares. So if you have a post or whatever type of post you're putting out, and you see likes, comments, and shares, an increased number, perhaps over some other content, that is an indicator that content feels like a high quality to your audience. And so you want to do more of that. So I think the grace here is that I'm not telling you have to post 3 to 5 times a day. Now, if you want to, you are welcome to do that. And it used to be, do y'all remember kind of that guidance that kind of used to be in the street? You have to post 3 to 5 times a day. I am seeing that really, if you have some quality content that your audience looks forward to and is engaging with, then that is what you want to shoot for. That's what you want to shoot for. If you're just popping on in, hey, we're talking about 4 key social media tips. And this is based off of our conversations we've been having here in the Marketing Tips with Sharvette community. So make sure you create some type of social media plan, and the plan should align with what you are promoting. So your social media should lead people to what you're actually promoting. And then as you're creating content, we want to look for high quality content. So type in the comments, type in the chat what you consider high quality content. Somebody just type a couple of examples of things that you think are high quality content. And again, marketing is about testing. So if you're saying, I'm not exactly sure what my audience is going to respond to, that's when you put a couple things out so that you can see what they are responding to. Also, I would say, make sure you pay attention to on the Facebook business page and Instagram, the analytics of when your audience is online. And they even have a suggested posting time on the business Facebook business page and Instagram page. And that will help you make sure you're getting the content in front of your audience at the time that they want to look at it. All right. So let me see here. Hey, Lori, thank you for stopping on in. Okay. So high quality content is what you want to be focused on. And you want to be thinking about, okay, what are the things that include that? So let's talk about that right now. We know that video is huge, right? I know video is huge. Video is huge. Some people shy away from it, but your audience, and in particular, those of you who are professional service providers, where your expertise is really, they can only sample, if you will, your expertise by hearing you, by seeing you demonstrate your expertise. And so video is going to be like right up there. Let me capture this comment here. That's coming in, tips and strategies that help your audience. So yes, so that is definitely high quality content. If it's going to be helping something that's going to help your audience, they're going to consider that high quality. Absolutely. Miss Tyler, I might have said Taylor early. Miss Tyler, relatable content and answer to a problem. I love this. So many times, people feel like it has to be so polished. And so if I don't have it like completely, now I'm about making sure your visual is consistent and all of the things. But sometimes we will overanalyze and want it to be like exactly perfect, when really what your audience is looking for is relatability, right? Your audience is looking for relatability. And we talked about this a little bit when we talked about your ideal client. Your services, your products are a solution to a problem. And so I love that. Your answer to a problem that should come up and come about within your content. All right. Welcome if you're just coming on in. We're here for our weekly training all around marketing here in the Marketing Tips with Sharvette. I'm Sharvette, and we're talking about 4 key social media tips. There's certainly a lot that we could talk about, but I wanted to kind of hone in and make sure that we paid attention. And so when we're thinking about some of these things that have been commented, high quality content, we're seeing that video is definitely king. Is anyone else seeing that? Tell me in the comments, are you doing live streaming? Are you doing any reels? Are you doing any stories? And those things are carrying across where? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Now YouTube has YouTube Shorts. Certainly YouTube has always been in the video game. Let me know in the comments or in the chat if you're doing any type of video content, because that is really, I'm going to subscribe to you as leaders and as experts. I really want you to lean into that space. So let me know if you are doing it, and if you're not doing it, let me know. This is a safe place. This is only being broadcast here in the Marketing Tips with Sharvette community. If you're not doing video, let me know. Which brings up a great little segue here. I actually have coming up April 15th, I have put together a workshop all around live streaming. I put together a workshop because some of you are saying, like, Sharvette, how are words coming on the screen? And how are you showing flyers? And how did you, pop up comments? I'm using a platform called StreamYard. Is anyone else using StreamYard? I'm using a platform called StreamYard, and people have asked me, like, hey, what are you doing? How are you doing it? So I put together a 2-hour live workshop, and it's called Propel Your Live Streams. And so we'll be talking about how you can utilize this branding and utilize these call to actions, how you can actually share your screen. I'll demonstrate that a little bit later, and make it more engaging by showing your viewers comments on the screen. So that's coming up. You can register at joinsharvette.com. And this is great if you have StreamYard, but you've been daddling and you haven't really used it. They have a lot of great features. This will be great for you. This is great for any coach, consultant, business owner, product-based or service-based, and you're looking to step up your live streams. I invite you. So I'll share a little bit more about that later on. So I'm seeing I'm seeing somebody saying, I'm doing it. I'm not as, but I'm not as consistent. LaShawanda. So I do, but not consistently. You're in my notes. You're in my notes already. You're in my notes. Thanks, Gwen. She's clapping it up. Let me capture Miss Tyler's comment. Now, doing all of those, yes, StreamYard, how StreamYard works for beginners. Yes. So this session is for beginners. So it's not for advanced, it's for beginners, or again, people who got a StreamYard account and then they never actually used it. So yes, and Gwen, yes, because we did this workshop probably like 2 years ago, and Gwen was in the workshop. Now she's running streams for herself. She's running streams for a magazine that she works for. She's doing streams for churches, and so she can testify that it is well worth it for you. And so the reason why I say definitely, incorporate live streaming, incorporate video, it helps you showcase your expertise. It helps build rapport the quickest, because we don't have endless amounts of time, right? So we want to do the things that are going to build rapport and going to make sure that our audience is engaged. Let me move on. The third tip, as we think about these 4 key things, if I can't stress this enough, this is the tip that I would stress the most: to be consistent. And you have to determine what that means for you and your business. But consistency will beat and win every single time. Let me give you an example. Now, I had the opportunity to play poker, not real poker. It was with fake money last weekend. I've never played poker. I don't know anything about poker, but I had the opportunity to be a part of a casino night. And I do not know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. One round I won because everybody else threw their bets in, said, nope, it's too high for me. And they got out of the game. One by one, they got out of the game, one by one, till when it came around to me, I was the only player still playing. And I won just because I was consistently playing. Still don't know what I'm doing, but I won because I was consistently playing. And so for some of you, you absolutely need to just be consistent, and you can determine what that is for you. You're welcome. You are welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. So you have to determine what that is for you, but be consistent. Here's the other thing that I'm going to tie into consistency. And so sometimes consistency, it feels like, well, there's so much to do. There's TikTok, there's LinkedIn, there's Twitter, there's YouTube, and it's hard to be consistent because it feels like there's so much to do. Does anyone else feel that way, right? Here's what I'm going to offer you to think about. I would rather you go all in on 1 or 2 platforms than to kind of be sprinkled about on 5 platforms. So pick a platform, one. I'm even okay if you pick one. Pick one if you want to pick 2, but go all in on those. That will help you with consistency, because then you won't feel like, I got to figure out this, I got to figure out TikTok, I got to figure out that, I got to figure out. Go all in on one place. Now, look, I'm saying, listen, yes, that's good stuff, right? Amen. I'm seeing the amen. I'm seeing the yeses come in. Amen and yes. Welcome. I see the numbers just jumped. If you're just popping on in or checking us out in the replay, make sure you grab the complimentary marketing planner and our weekly session here. We are talking about 4 key social media tips. And so number 3 is be consistent. What will help you be consistent is if you pick a platform where your ideal client is, where you get the most engagement. That's where you want to be, and that's where you want to go all in. I have another example of that same poker game. Again, it was fake poker. Well, it was real poker, but it was fake money. It was a casino night at in an event that I was at. Another round I won with, I had a flush. I don't know what that means. If you play poker, put poker in the comments. I don't know exactly what that means, but I won, and I won swimmingly, because people were like, oh my God. Here's how I won. They were putting bets up, and the amount of the bet that was on the table was going to take every chip I had. Other people that were betting, they still had money left. For me, for that particular round, I had to push all of my chips in because that was the bet that was on the table and I didn't have anything else. I had to put it all in. Guess what? I won that round. So for some of you, you will win at marketing if you go all in. If you go all in, and sometimes again, that may be just in one place, that may be in your mindset, that may be in your focus, but I promise you, you will see. Thanks for the hearts and the love. I promise you will see a shift and a change with your marketing when you go all the way in. Gwen said, definitely I was on 5, but cut back. So she was doing 5 live streams and she cut that. I know the struggle definitely can be real, right? The struggle can be real. And that's why this consistency piece, if you think about, let me just go hard in the paint, as they say, let me go all in one place. Listen, we here together, right? We are here. I'm telling you that round. And again, I don't know what a flush is. I still don't know. If somebody asked me, I was like, I kind of, but whatever. I won because I had to bet everything. I had to put everything in, and that's how I won. And so I'm recommending that you all think about your marketing in that way, and that will help with consistency. Listen, I see you. Yes. Cece said, amen. And Madeline said, yes. All right. So let's keep it moving. The fourth and the final tip, because I'm going to be done in 9 minutes. The fourth and the final tip is that you want to engage with your followers. This may seem simple, but I see this over and over again. And so evidently it needs to be said. Social media is here to be social. Okay. So if people are commenting on your videos, if people are commenting on your post, you need to comment back. I want you to think about if you were in a store and you walked into a store and said hello, and the person working the counter did not speak to you, how would you feel? How would you feel? How would you feel? If the person that you walked into a store and you said hello and the person behind the counter kept doing what they were doing, and maybe it was the owner of this place, maybe it was somebody that worked, and you were not acknowledged. Tell me if you're going to be shopping there. Tell me if you're going to continue. So you have to engage with your followers. And some of you, if you're already doing it, pat yourself on the back, check the box. But I see in social media where people don't do that. Let me tell you one place where I see that. I do a weekly show called the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. And I think I just saw Tremaine pop in. She's been so great repurposing her video interviews with us. And I will tag someone that's coming on the show that's going to be a guest. And sometimes they don't even comment on the post. They're on like, man, sis, I'm featuring you. They don't comment, or they don't comment on people making a comment. And so I just want to be like really clear. Maybe it's a situation where people didn't know it was that big of a deal. If people are commenting on any of your posts, you need to comment back. Now, if you get a post that's got 100 people commenting, at least acknowledge and click a like or click a heart. That at least acknowledges, and people will kind of understand. If there's like 50 comments, they'll understand that you are not able to comment or speak to everyone. But you want to make sure that you are talking to your audience. Let me come to the chat here. Let's see here. Miss Tyler, I find that difficult at times due to so many social media. So this goes back to my other guidance of go all in one place. And I'm hoping that doesn't mean you're not commenting back to people. I'm hoping you can, if you have to kind of delegate your time commenting on posts or commenting where people have responded, that should be at the top of your list from a priority standpoint. Great. That makes that makes sense. Yes, Miss Tyler, like I'm gonna feel salty if I walk into a store and I say hello and the store owner or the person behind the desk doesn't even acknowledge me in any type of way. I'm gonna feel salty. La Shawanda, let me capture her comment. Every comment causes the algorithm to give the post more reach and visibility. You in my notes again. So not only is this tip around manners, and again, I'm saying it because evidently it's not common. What we feel is common is not common sense. you are also helping your marketing. That's why this is a marketing tip, because the algorithm, which just means the system, the data behind Facebook, is looking to show people content that they feel like they want to see. If your post, video, what have you, looks like people are interacting, and guess what? 50% of that may be comments from other people, 50% may be you. The algorithm doesn't know. If you're commenting and replying, the algorithm says, oh, this piece of content people are interested in. So let me show it more in the news feed. Let me show it to more of the audience. So that's really, from the marketing standpoint, besides just common courtesy and engaging with your followers, it helps your marketing. It helps your stuff get seen more. All right. Great. You are welcome. You are welcome. Penny, I'm glad you are learning so much. Yes, yes, yes. It helps. It helps. Good. I'm seeing that. Kamisha, thank you. Yes, that's the purpose. And I know, Kamisha, you've been stepping into video. You've been leaning into video. And so if you just came on in, as we kind of talk about these four marketing, 4 tips for social media, 4 key tips. There's a lot, but I want to just kind of like focus your attention. And as a recap, 1, create a social media plan. Make sure the plan ties to what you are promoting. Your social media should reflect what you're promoting. All right. The second thing is you want to create high quality content, the content that's going to generate leads and generate comments and generate shares. One of the things that's working for that right now, video reels stories. So you want to lean into that space. And matter of fact, to help you do that, because some of you are saying like, Sharvette, how are you showing comments? How are you popping up, all the things that are here? And how are you doing that? Well, I'm using a system called StreamYard, and I've actually put together a 2-hour worksheet. Gwen is here. She's a 2-hour workshop. Let me restate that. Gwen is here. She commented that she's been at this workshop before, but it's 2 hours coming up on April 15th. It's virtual, so you can attend from anywhere in the world. And so I want to show you how to propel your live streams so that you make them more engaging and you increase your reach, because I'm on Facebook, in the Facebook community now. However, when I use this platform on Tuesdays, I'm in 6 places all at the same time, but I had to just produce 1 video. I want to show you how to do that. I want to show you how you share your screen. Matter of fact, I think this is actually a good time. Let me show you the share screen feature so you can kind of see what this looks like and what you have the ability to do. And so, for instance, this is when you go to joinsharvette.com. This is where you would go to sign up to grab your virtual seat for Propel Your Live Streams. Again, it's going to be April 15th at 10 a.m. And this is for small business owners, experts, speakers, podcasters, consultants, coaches. And what you're going to get the 2-hour live session with me. You're also going to get a digital checklist of how to use the StreamYard, kind of get you all set up. You're going to get the session recording. And then if you upgrade to VIP, you get a one-on-one session with me. So if you upgrade to VIP, you get one-on-one session with me, and you get customizable overlays and background images and a live streaming agenda. So for the price point, to be in the workshop, the 2-hour virtual workshop, it's $197. And if you want to upgrade to VIP and have the workshop and a 1-hour implementation session with me and some of the visuals for your overlays and your background, then you can register for $597. And again, that is at joinsharvette.com. And I'm using the screen share feature. So you can do screen share. You can do interviews. That's, if you've ever seen the show, I have multiple people up. I could have 6 of you, actually 8. I think it goes up to 8 on the screen. So I want to definitely show you that. So register hot off the press. You all are the first to brand spanking new to hear about it. Propel Your Live Streams. And it's going to be virtual. So you can join. Go to joinsharvette.com and be a part of that. Be with me on that. All right. Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Gwen, for this testimonial, because she did VIP last time. And she said VIP helped her to get a much better understanding of the system. So go for it. Thank you, Gwen, for that shout out. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, we've got 1 minute left here. Any questions? Any questions as we think about kind of four key things and four key social media tips? Any questions? Any questions? I'd love to entertain any questions that you might have, and even any struggle points related to social media. Where is the struggle? Most times people say time, right? Most times people are like, it's just the time factor. And so I think definitely that going all in one key area will give you grace around the time, and then also making sure that you're interacting with your audience, that is where you prioritize your time, and that will help you. So I'm looking to see any questions coming on in. Any questions coming on in? Again, I'd love to have you in the Propel Your Live Streams workshop, so that you can work smarter, not harder, right? Okay, so let me answer this question. How long should your live videos be? This is such a great question. So what happens in particular on, and actually I would say both platforms, if you're doing Facebook and Instagram, and actually LinkedIn as well, you want to be on at least long enough for the notifications to go out, or the notices to go out, that Facebook kind of alerts people that, hey, you're on, you're online, you're on and you're live. So a sweet spot, a minimum sweet spot, let me say it that way, would be 15 minutes. If you're shorter than that, more than likely and thank you for the hearts and love, more than likely the notification probably starts ramping up about 5 minutes in, 5 to 6 minutes in. So if you make a really short live stream, it doesn't give the system to kind of work for you. It doesn't give the system work for you. The longer you are on, the more people come in. And we've kind of seen that. Those of you that were here at the beginning, you've seen kind of the numbers, they fluctuate, right? So the longer that you're on, the more viewers that you're going to get. Excuse me. A really good sweet spot I find is 30 minutes. That's a really good sweet spot. Those of you that do podcasts, if you're doing just audio podcasts, you definitely should come to the Propel Your Live Stream workshop, because I can show you how to incorporate video, and then you still get amazing audio content. And there's some repurposing, and they got reels you can make of your shows and all this other kind of stuff. So that's all, within here. But I would say shoot for at least 15 minutes, but getting up to 30 minutes is a really good space to be in. Thank you for that question. What's the advantage to live, to post it or schedule videos? Okay, great. So let's break that down. So you can do live stream, which I'm doing right now, right? We're live. I'm interacting live with you. You can just have a video that you post. All right. So there's just a video that you post. And then there is where you can schedule the video so that it shows up at a different time. For engagement, the live video is going to give you the most engagement, because you can see here, Ms. Tyler, I'm able to live interact with you. You're able to ask your question. I'm able to answer it. And so that's going to retain more viewers in general, especially if you're on that 20, 30 minutes. So the live gives a two-way communication. The other two formats, where you just post a video or you schedule a video, really only kind of gives a one-way communication. Now, video content is still high quality, so that video that you post probably will do better than maybe just, a text post or a word post. But the highest level of engagement and interaction, and Facebook's goal in all of these platforms, their goal is to keep people on the platform. So if you have content like this, where some of you have been hanging around and we're wrapping up, for the last 20, 30 minutes, you might be multitasking, but you're engaged here in this video. Facebook likes that. So they're going to let this be seen more. So that's why I would recommend the live, because it gives that two-way communication. Pre-scheduled videos, what I am seeing on the business page is that they don't get as much reach and I'm not sure what that is. I don't see as much reach on scheduling videos. I would actually post the video. If you have video content is probably going to beat most other content, but the scheduled post to me seems like it's a little bit is not as much engagement. And let me answer this other question here. How do you make your presentations with better quality? So that's good. Something like StreamYard here is something that, like, this is a better quality video, if I can say, versus if I didn't have all this stuff. So let me just, like, if I didn't have the background, if I didn't have the overlays, if I didn't use any of the banners, and let me take this down, like, yeah, you'd still be here. And if I took down everything, you might still be here, but you see how it's kind of like, I'm here, but adding those features in, adding in overlays and adding in backgrounds, it just makes it more engaging. Me being able to demonstrate, hey, go, grab this particular PDF, makes it come alive, makes it real. And so that is, in my opinion, how you are going to make things more engaging, is using a tool, something like StreamYard. And so, yeah, so you see, yes, Matara's like, okay, I see the difference, right? You see the difference. Plus, I'm big on branding, right? We are a marketing company. And so, the whole time my name is up here. And when I take down the banner, you've got, what we go by, my trademark, the platform builder. And so the branding elements that you're able to add in when you use something like StreamYard. There's some others that are out there. I'm not knocking any of the others. StreamYard is what I use and what I have been using. It also helps you with branding. And, as we're talking, I'm saying, hey, go register for the Propel Your Live Streams. I'm able to put the link up, on the screen, so you can screenshot this. Because sometimes we'll say, hey, can somebody type in the link? And then sometimes, have y'all ever done that? And then somebody typed the link and they put joinsharvette.org, and then somebody by accident forgot to put a space, and then the join is missing. And so it's good for people to help you, but it's great if you can just put on the screen, hey, here's where I want you to go. So being able to put call to actions up for your audience is powerful when you're thinking about using a tool like this. So again, you have two options to register for the 2-hour live hands-on virtual workshop around using StreamYard. And I'll be showing you how to do that. You can use it for podcasts. You can use it for webinars. You can stream to everywhere in Facebook. You can stream to YouTube. You can stream to LinkedIn. You can stream to Twitter. You can stream to Twitcher. You can stream to Amazon Live. If you all have seen me do Amazon Live, where we host and showcase our authors, we're using this platform that pipes into Amazon. So a lot of great features. So if you jump over to the website, that'll give you all of the details. And there you go. All right. I am wrapping up. If you have any questions, comment on this post. If you came back and you're watching in the replay, hey, I'm glad to have you. We'll be back on Monday at 12 noon Eastern, And this worked out really great because Monday is about live stream like a boss. So I'm going to get your fingers wet and get your juices wet there, as far as live streaming like a boss, and some tips there. So we'll be talking more on that. Thank you, Gwen, who is commenting. Awesome. Thank you for the great information, and for you all being here in the community. We have a lot of new community members. So thank you for those that have been inviting people in or are tagging people. I really appreciate you. As well. Thank you so much. I'm checking to see, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Thank you, Lasha Wanda. You are awesome as well. All right. It is a wrap. Again, if you're new and you're saying, I just came in, I'm Sharvette Mitchell, and I am Marketing Tips with Sharvette. And I own Mitchell Productions, and we work with women entrepreneurs primarily. Sometimes a few lucky men get sprinkled in to increase their revenues. And we focus on their marketing, their visibility, and their branding to do that. I do one-on-one consulting. I have my 12-month program, which is based off of our trademark framework called the Platform Builder. We host conferences and events, and we do book collaborations and the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. And we're glad to have you. Thank you so much for commenting about the tips and for the tag. All right, I'm done. I'm out. Again, I look forward to seeing you in the Propel Your Live Stream workshop, or let somebody know about it. We'll be putting the flyers out tonight. So if it's not for you, there's somebody around you that it's for, and tell them to join. All right. We'll see you all later on the web. Let me get my outro music going here. All right. We will see you. You can